Hello and welcome back to Kaiserreich. I've decided what the research we're going to do is, and that is the advanced submarine hull. I'm not quite sure if it's going to give us a better engine, giving better range, better max speed and all that. I'm not quite sure if it actually gives us more slots for components, but hopefully it does. Yeah, I just got to readjust my headset a little bit. Let's see, so let's unpause again. From the last episode, we started the invasion of Burma, and we attempted an invasion of Portugal, which failed miserably. We didn't suffer heavy losses, I don't think, but by no means was it successful. And I think, oh, what is happening here? Which fleet is this? You don't need to support naval invasions there, and neither do you there. Only in these regions for now. In fact, if we do... Okay, they are spotting something right now. Or they're searching for something. They've almost located a French task force in Cape Verde Plain. That's probably not something... Oh my god, yeah, and the CSA are taking over the American Union State, and once that's over with, they're probably going to take over the Pacific States as well. Another invasion here. Well, we should probably help out. And these guys are cut off, so that's a free encirclement, and so is that. Not quite sure what the Canadians are doing, really. How are they doing for manpower? They're not too shabby, considering their army's not that huge either. And the Yemen Muscat War has seen no changes as of now. The new Fokker seaplane is done. And... maybe it is time. Oh, I've just noticed something. This has actually overlaid the air experience display. That's a problem. I didn't notice that until now. So we can't actually see how much air experience we have. Oh. Wonder if that's only in Kaiserreich or just in general now on the MPU mod. Like the NATO icons mod. That's a big problem, and that might be a deal breaker for me for this mod. Or for that mod, I mean. Okay, so we have 430, it says there. In that case, let us do one of these boys. Let's do battlefield support, I think, because we're gonna have a lot of ships in range, or sorry, planes in range of what we're doing, and we do get some strategic destruction bonuses, and we won't be able to get all these like extremely good ones over here, but we will get a lot of close air support and tactical support ones, as well as air superiority ones. Do we get air superiority here? We do. Actually, we might want to go with strategic destruction, actually. Because we'll be in a situation where we're far away from the enemy a lot of the time. Because right now, we have no enemy near us except for the Soviet Union and the Spanish, potentially. And I don't see them ever being a major threat. While our true enemies are across the ocean, and we're going to need to like soften them up before we get to them. And that's going to require some strategic destruction, I think. And some range. We don't need operational integrity, because that implies using ground support and tactical bombers, or tactical bombers as ground support and regular bombing, and we have the industry to spare actual strategic bombers. Naval mission efficiency is good. Day bombing, night bombing, mass bombing formations, and fighter escorts, yep. This one seems really good. This one seems really good as well. I think we might go with that one once we get there, because that's just going to cut down a penalty that we get like 50% of the time, because, you know, sometimes we're going to be bombing at night, I think, as well. Strategic bombing it is. Every time I see the Western Mediterranean Sea there, I just click it away. But yeah, I'm gonna look into this thing for the next episode. Try to figure out what the problem is and if there is a convenient and easy solution. If there is, then, like, if the solution is as simple as just reverting to an older version of the mod, or then I might do that. Or if there is a specific conflict happening, perhaps with player-led peace conferences. I'm not sure. We don't need recruitable population right now, so we'll go with. We don't need either of those either, like any of those supplies, and we don't need the forts, but we do want civilian factories, and we do want the like one currency, I guess. I'm not actually sure what it does, but it's gonna. I mean, it's a euro. Like it creates the euro of this timeline. So we would move off from the Deutsche Mark, or we would probably create like a euro mark, maybe. Single common currency shared by all Middle European countries. This would, of course, never work. European friendship? What a silly idea. Oh, we can still do this one. Oh, we can actually do all of these, so it's literally just this stuff that we get from the Europarat, or Europarat. Oh well. So we can demand Gibraltar. Before we do that, we want to get our troops ready. And I think we're going to do that because we saw that the naval invasion didn't really work. So we're going to keep the troops down there in Spain and reorient them and sort of refocus them. Because we're no longer going to be naval invading Portugal, we're now going to be naval invading Spain. It's also time, I think, that we start thinking of... we might want to do this, but we aren't actually fighting that many decisive, like, one-on-one battles. I think because we're not actually operating in... Like, neither side is willing to operate in the sides that are advantageous to the opponent. So the Japanese aren't actually sending their fleets over here in the, like, towards the Indonesia, Indochina sort of area. Because we have air bases here, which they do not. And we have our fleets based here. So we would be at a massive advantage. They're keeping them around here, as was evidenced by the raiders who were being hunted earlier, the English and Scottish ones. Odds are they're probably fighting the Soviets and keeping their fleets near their coastlines. Alright, let's see here. Let's do... Let us do... Not centrometric radar. I don't know exactly if, how rocket artillery works anymore, because it used to be terrible, and I just never used it and then just forgot about it. It might be good now. I'm waiting for the Donnerschlag. Oh, I mean, at this point we may as well do the Donnerschlag, because we're gonna start creating these anyways. Let's do the... yeah, let's do the Donnerschlag one, so that we get ready to do the Donnerschlag 4. And just pop right towards that, instead of even starting the production on the normal one. Get that ready for the next strategic bomber research. Actually, this one that we're doing now. Oh well. Let's swap that one over actually to... Oh, we can't actually. Well, we can cancel it, but I don't want to. Canceling... Oh, canceling it would actually save 3 days of progress. Yeah, let's do that and then change it over to this one, which I believe does get applied to the research here if it finishes before it, which it will, and then can be applied to a following subsequent research afterwards, which we will do. Let's build some fuel silos. Currently our fuel situation is pretty good. Maximum consumption 41k per day. Maximum gain is 6.6k per day. That's really good. And that's going to keep increasing when we swap over from civilian economy. Alright, so we've taken the airport here. We have planes supporting the army. And the enemy does not have planes, right? They've got some bombers. Very old ones, it seems. Probably not interwar. I think this... it might be interwar, because it looks like it's got a front-mounted machine gun that's kind of... that's manned by someone who isn't in an enclosed a cupola or anything, and a back-mounted machine gun, so it kind of looks like a yeah, it looks like it doesn't have like an enclosed cockpit, which non-enclosed cockpits are a very common sight in the interwar years and in World War One, but it becomes gradually less common in World War Two. Let's see if we can see that in our designs here. Oh yeah, we have enclosed cockpits from the get-go. The this one, the Blohm & Voss HA-137. I think it might be possible to enclose the cockpit, and I think it yeah, it probably has an enclosed cockpit actually. In maybe variants or something, because it looks like it's very like built for that purpose. Yeah, literally all of our planes except for this one have an enclosed cockpit. Oh, I love in like in vanilla, they have this problem of, for some reason, just not, or they just choose not to create create icons for the experimental planes, like the jet planes and stuff. And I don't really know why, because we kind of know what the Schwalbe looks like. Like, it was built. The Bf-262, I don't know if it was built. And neither do I know about these ones. But, oh wait, is this? Surely this isn't like... It looks like it's got those weird fucking wide wings. Surely this isn't the America bomber, right? Like an experimental kind of wild design by the Germans in World War II. The Blitz. A word I am not fond of. Which, I mean, I think I've gone into it, the whole Blitzkrieg thing. Kind of a meme, even back then. It did not really exist as a German doctrine or German-like strategy or anything. At least not in terms of a strategy that's like that was that was prepared ahead of time. Like, it had no place in German doctrine, but in terms of a strategy, like an ad hoc strategy, something that was adopted on the spot, like an improvisational thing, then perhaps you could make an argument that the Germans basically fell into the blitzkrieg. Like, they fell into a situation which, you know, is reminiscent of what we would call a blitzkrieg. But to say that that was in any way, shape, or form something that the Germans did with purpose is very inaccurate, I think. The Australasian Confederation claims New Guinea. I think, haven't you already done that? Huh. Oh, okay. Oh, we lost some, we lost one convoy. Would have gone worse if we didn't have the escorts, I think. So we're doing well to have the escorts over there. These guys can now be sent off on an actual mission, and their mission will be, well, considering the Japanese submarine traffic over here right now, I think their mission should be to actually just convoy escort over here. They do need repairs, but I'm going to abort the task. It's only a destroyer. It's better that we just get them over there. So, yeah, we haven't actually gotten an event here. I was waiting for an event regarding Morocco, but that never came. Or regarding the French Republic in Africa. But that never came, so we are going to just start releasing and asking for territory. We'll ask like that, and yeah, they accepted. We're not going to keep it though, we're going to hand it off. I think maybe this should actually go to Morocco, but this stuff should go to Middle Africa. While I did poll people in the comments, and I only actually remember the broad strokes, sadly. In fact, I'm going to ask for the territory back, but I'm not going to actually give it off until I can read the comments, and I'll do it for the next video. Because we had some, we had a handful of requests to release a couple of these nations, I think. Which I think that's appropriate. At some point, these guys should implode. Yeah, it's down this path. They're going down the path now. They waited with it. Yeah, at some point they will implode. By that I mean, like, they're just gonna get separated into their constituent parts. Oh my god, I almost spat my water. This is not good. Let's see. We somehow got a Marine Corps division surrounded here and encircled, which means we lost it, or that must be why we lost one. We're gonna need to split stuff up here. They have enough to hold there. Let's send 10, those 10 over there. They have enough to hold here as well. What if we could do this and then do an offensive line like that, and then push in that way? This is really bad. We have a lot of air experience and a lot of like army experience. I'm gonna use that in between episodes to create some new division designs and stuff, and to improve our fighters so that we won't actually like fully improve for a while. Portuguese have a lot of air superiority here, which is what we need the heavy fighters for. Oh my god, my mic's been muted. Sorry. This happens every now and then. Luckily, it's only been for like a minute. I wasn't really saying anything interesting. I was talking about the Blitzkrieg bullshit and stuff that I mentioned offhand. I mute my microphone every now and then when I gotta clear my throat or have a sip of water. Yeah, I was talking about the the Blitzkrieg thing that I mentioned offhand, and how if you want to learn more about it, you should check out a channel called Military History Visualized. He does a good video on the Blitzkrieg myth, as it's referred to. That being said, I think we're going to end the episode slightly early. We're going to go through the casualties now. This thing needs to be fixed. I think I might send the tanks over here, because we do have some planes over here to fight through. Like, it's not all bad here. Yeah, I'm gonna send the tanks over there. That's gonna be for the next episode. And we're gonna do this next episode, and we're gonna start planning for the Iberian invasion. And yeah, that's about it. So, casualties. All wars, 2.3 million. 4.3 million. Roughly the same as last episode here. But now we got the Soviet Republic in here. These are these like factionless countries who have 420,000. Still, the fielded manpower is roughly the same. I'm guessing, yeah, this was always 10 million because of the Soviet Republic and Qing, maybe. Since the last episode we checked this at least, because the Qing joined the war last episode. Without them, it would be much less if you look at these divisions here. In fact, we could go here and, oh, I mean, it's not that much less, but it's still way less. It's we're talking about like 3 million manpower for the Soviets and the Qing. Anyways, that is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.